I can actually remember one of this show where I was already in the zone. I was in the scene. I've been modeling for quite some time, and then there was this show when new people were coming in, like new female models were coming in, and we did the rehearsal and everything. At that time, usually the models they don't have the makeup on, right? And the show started. My cue was when I saw that girl towards the head ramp, I had to go back and join her.
Right.
And walk the ramp towards the head, right? And I had seen this girl without the makeup, and I couldn't recognize her. After she got into the costume and the makeup, I couldn't recognize her, and I saw that ये कोई दूसरी है, and after that I'll have to go. I didn't go. So that was one of the thing, and it was totally my bad because I couldn't recognize her.
आपने उसको बोला मैं आपको
I told her, of course, I've told her because see, all are good looking, all are same height, similar height, not same, but yeah, you can imagine, right? Like all the girls are looking almost similar.
आप कंफ्यूज हो गए.
Confused हो गया, yes.
Meet Aakash Jaiswal. He's a model turned actor, and now he has his own production unit, Make It Work.
That's right.
So, Akash, tell me, what was your first experience about modeling, and from where you are, and how did you turn up into this profession?
So I am from Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh.
Okay.
After completing my engineering, I'm a mechanical engineer also.
Okay.
And after finishing my graduation, I came to Bombay because my brother was already here.
Okay.
And I wanted to do something which is not in the box. I wanted to do something which has not been done, at least in my community.
Right.
So I wanted to try my hands here. I had my brother here, so I just came to see how thing works. And first 6 months, I was like just wandering from here to there, and I didn't know what to do because I come from a place where you are not connected.
Conservative family or not like
Not
that?
family. I'm
Okay.
talking about a city,
The
a town.
place. Right.
Yeah, so we are not very exposed to fashion or to modeling industry or any kind of fashion industry, you know. So when I came here, 6 months was like कि क्या करना है, कहाँ जाना है, किसको मिलना है. There was no leads basically. So एक दिन मैं ऐसे ही शॉपिंग के लिए कहीं बाहर गया था. Then I saw this brochure, a poster basically, pantaloons का कि कोई contest हो रहा है pageant, and I appeared for that. I didn't win it, but I made good contacts there. I made contact with Shakir Sheikh, one of the best choreographers that we have in Bombay. And from there, there was no stopping. I started getting work after another work. I started doing print ads, commercial, TV commercials. So a lot of things started happening after that. So I realized why not? And you make good money initially when you come from the spot where I'd seen my seniors working,
Right.
you know, and they did not have a kind of discipline or a routine in their lives. How they used to do their jobs were they used to get up, do their jobs, come back, drink, sleep, get up. I realized I don't want to do this. You know, being a mechanical engineer, you either get placed in a remote location in, a small town or even in a gaon somewhere where you have that kind of space to make a plant, right?
और ये industry glamorous है.
Yeah, you can say that. And also, I wanted to be in Bombay because I always wanted to be in a city like Bombay.
So आकाश, ये प्रोफेशन में पैसा कितना, इनकम कितनी अच्छा है कि आप सर्वाइव कर लो बॉम्बे में, या यू हैव टू स्ट्रगल अ लॉट फॉर सर्वाइवल?
See, it depends. When you start off, you start small. When you start knowing things, you start experiencing things, you make contacts with other people. that changes.
Right.
There was a time when I was making, let's say, 3 lakhs a month,
Right.
right? But at times it happens that I have not worked at all in a month.
Okay.
So you have to keep a balance of your financials as well, because one month you are making 4 lakhs, 5 lakhs also, but another month you might not get anything at all.
There's a little
But
insecurity.
of course, and you know this,
Right.
you know this, that it is an uncertain field where you don't know, today you have work, tomorrow might not have something to do, right? So you have to be very careful about your financials. You
Right.
have to save a little, you spend a little. When you're new, when you're young, when you're in the market right away, you see a lot of money coming in, you don't understand that it's very momentary,
Right.
so you don't care about the future at that time, and you spend whatever you can. You're going to party, you're going for trips, doing things that is not necessary, but you do it just to feel the thing.
राइट सो आकाश अभी हम मॉडल की पहले बात करते हैं फिर दूसरे टॉपिक पे जाएंगे हैव यू एवर गॉट अ चांस टू वॉक ऑन द रैंप विदाउट अ शर्ट
Oh yes, that was not even a ramp. We were walking in the roads.
as a fashion
Yeah.
oh that's nice
So
so were you excited or were you feeling shy or were you were getting compliments or
no, it was very different kind of experience, I would say. We were doing a show for Blackberries. I think I remember that, and we had to walk from a store of Blackberry towards something, from a place to, but it was like the main link road of Bombay, Khar Road, and we, like 10-15 male models, are walking there bare chested. And it was something, we didn't feel it like that we are not wearing a shirt or anything, because you have a good body and people look at you, and they feel good about it, and you don't feel uncomfortable, because
they're admiring you
yeah, it could be more if I don't know. I seriously don't
सो
know, because
आकाश जायसवाल जब भी बेयर चेस्टेड चलता है तो उसके लिए जिम करता है सुबह उठ के यू ऑलवेज हैविंग अ फ्रेश फेस और यू हैव टू डू स्किन रूटीन फॉर योरसेल्फ हाउ डू यू मेंटेन योरसेल्फ
of course you have to do it. It's the discipline that gets you are born with something, right? And I have seen people who have transformed from one to another. Like,
Right.
they used to look in a certain way, but they have groomed themselves so much that they have started looking much better than even the good looking people who were born with it.
राइट
So discipline is very important.
सो डिसिप्लिन के लिए अच्छा खाना पड़ता है
Of course.
ध्यान रखना पड़ता है बट वीव हर्ड वी डोंट नो मच that there's a dark side of this profession. There are people who are partying a lot, drinking a lot, having fun, late nights. How do you manage? Is this right? How do you manage?
See, it's the simple thing that you work hard and party harder. That's how our, at least, field is, you know. So you have to keep a balance. You cannot uh, be like that. You cannot drink as much the other regular people drink. You drink if you have to, but in a limit, in a certain check that you have to keep on yourself. And every day, if you are working, if you are working out and taking care of your body, then it so the balance has to be there. It diminishes the wrongs.
Spirit down होता जाता है
Yeah,
आगे जाके.
when you are doing good things in a day to day lives, like 7 days in a week, right? 6 days, what you do in these 6 days, that matters.
Right.
What you do in that one day, and if you're not doing like a madman, then it doesn't matter what you do in one day. uh, I won't say that I am like the Greek body or like that, but I keep a balance.
Right.
you know You do everything. You are here in this world to enjoy things that are in your disposal, right?
Right.
You want to eat sweets once in a while. You want to eat all those not so healthy food at times. You eat that. You don't have to really if you're feeling if you wanting to eat, you're feeling the need of eating
Eat
something,
it, but in limit.
eat it.
Right.
Don't
So-
stop yourself like that.
So Akash, जब ये model से लेके फिर you got a chance to be an actor. In
Right.
which serial were you acting?
It's called ये प्यार नहीं तो क्या है.
तो ये प्यार नहीं तो क्या है? How did it come to you and what was your experience about acting for the first time and वो कितना
Yeah.
साल serial चला?
So that is also another it's a luck game, or it was written that it was mine, something like that.
You gave auditions?
I gave it. I gave the audition for the part 3 months back.
Okay.
It didn't work out for me. Then again, they called me for a different role,
Right.
and that also didn't work for me. But the writer of the show somewhere saw my poster. It was a Raymond poster somewhere in Delhi. He saw that, and he got in touch with the casting person that I want this person, this guy, contact him and get him on board. So I had already given audition to do that particular production house. It didn't work out for me, but this writer guy saw my poster somewhere, and he wanted me for some reason. He just trusted the
Yeah.
his instinct,
Right.
or whatever, that this person would look perfect for my character.
So what was your experience first time acting?
I've been working as a model and actor. I had done TV commercials before that, but working in a TV in a serial is totally a different ball game when it comes to deliver your lines. You have to be in that character throughout. The TV commercials ends in like 30 seconds.
Right.
But a long format, if you see series, it takes a lot.
30 minutes.
Yeah, it takes a lot in a sense that there are other actors that you have to interact with. And it was my first experience, and a very senior person, very established actor was there in front of my, and it was my first ever scene in the TV industry, and I had just one line to deliver, and I went there in front of him, and I couldn't say my line, and I was just looking at him, and I couldn't say my line, and they had to cut it, of course. They
So was
did it
the
again.
actor supportive? Or they get
He
irritated?
was no.
Okay.
He was very supportive of it. He also knew that I'm a newcomer, didn't have that much experience. So he told me that you take it easy, you take your time. We are here. We are not rushing, and that's how we did it.
So आकाश, जब भी आप मॉडल बन के आए and you had your struggling time or
Yeah.
auditions, यंग जनरेशन अभी जो मॉडल बनना चाहते हैं और जो छोटे टाउन से है, there's any take you want to tell them कि ये करना चाहिए या take something कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए?
Of course, जिनको भी इस फील्ड में आना है, they have to be little prepared
Okay.
about the uncertainty of the business,
Okay.
and also that you are different, but don't consider yourself so special that everyone is waiting for you. There are a lot of people who thinks that I'll go there and I'll get everything,
I'll
what
kill
I
it.
want. I'll kill it, yeah. But it doesn't work like that.
Right.
There are several people who are like you. What makes you different, defines you, is something else. That like how you treat yourself, how you portray yourself in front of people who are you going to meet. People come here not knowing how to talk to people.
Right.
We get a lot of this thing that no, models doesn't have brains, models does not know how to talk. So change that perspective towards models, right? That we have to change.
But
It is
so
not
many
very.
people, Akash, I'll tell you one thing. I've been talking to people lately. आप मॉडल हो तो आपको अपनी स्किन का भी केयर रखना है, जिम भी जाना है, अच्छा खाना भी खाना है, फाइनेंस संभालना भी आना चाहिए.
Of course.
So it's not only one thing, right?
So that's the challenge, right? In any let's say any job, you have to have certain qualification.
Right.
Like if you want to be an engineer, you have to study something and then you become an engineer.
Right.
But in modeling, you don't actually need anything.
Just good looks. Good
No,
looks.
no. So as you said, you need to manage all these things.
Right.
So that's your study, no?
Right.
Being a model, being an actor, as an actor, you need a lot of studies.
Right.
But being a model, you don't have to study a lot of uh, theory or a lot of things, but you have to know how to manage things.
And confidence.
And confidence, of course. How you look after you, how you have to know how to cook. You know how to be good with the finances, how you're gonna, your communication skills with people, how you're going to talk to people.
PR.
A lot of things that you have to learn. It is not that, just because you are good looking, you can make it.
Right.
You might get few gigs just because you're a good looking person, but that won't get you anywhere.
So, Akash ka best dress on the ramp kya hai? What do you like? What are you comfortable in?
I like suits a lot. I think suits me.
It makes you look
Yeah.
poised. Okay.
So I was doing Raymond's shoot for almost 3 years,
Okay.
and that's where I felt like this is my zone.
Right.
Like when you started doing formals, you have, so all the models, different kind of models, they have certain looks that they goes to this point, in this genre, like one looks good in ethnic, one looks good in a formal wear or a suit, some looks very good in casuals. So they have certain different categories.
Genres, right?
Yeah.
Which suits their body structure.
Exactly.
Right. So you worked with so many fashion designers. Which is your favorite one? आपको किसके साथ काम करके या उसके garments पहन के बहुत मजा आया?
There are a lot of people who are very good with their work, but just because their work is good does not mean they're also a good human being.
Right.
So I connect with humans, good human beings.
So whom you liked to connect
So
with?
it's a very good friend of mine, Varoin Marva.
Okay.
He is a very good friend of mine. Varoin's suits are so nice and sharp that I have one of his suits from 2012, and
Okay.
it still fits me like a glove. The cuts and everything, it's just nice. And also not just because of the designs and the fabric or anything, the craftsmanship, but also the personality that goes in, how he makes things, that creates a lot of
Persona in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right. So Akash, now tell me, we'll go a little off track. Modeling or acting, तो ठीक है. लेकिन there's a little dark side of this profession. That's what we've heard कि हमें अगर हमारे parents ये हमें बोलेंगे मॉडल बनना है तो first time में हाँ हाँ जाओ बेटा ऐसा नहीं बोलेंगे. अगर मैं बोलूँगी मुझे डॉक्टर बनना है हाँ हाँ बेटा पढ़ो. So what are the dark sides of this profession? We've seen that ऐसा नहीं होता है कि फीमेल के साथ ही कुछ ऐसा हो गया, मेल के साथ भी ऐसे एक्सपीरियंसेस होते हैं. What's your say on that?
See, it totally depends how you conduct yourself with people,
Right.
If I would say the glamour industry is about the good looks, money, sex. These things comes very naturally to people.
Right.
So what happens here? It's how you conduct yourself. If you are that desperate, people are going to take advantage of you.
Right.
So I don't know how to put it. I'm not very good with articulating the words and mincing the words like that. But what I would say that how you conduct yourself with the people, you don't sound so desperate that you want to, you want work like that. People are, and I won't say that it's just this field or this industry. It's everywhere. Even in the corporate, it happens. Education institutes, dark sides, I think every industry has,
True.
right? So just because it gets the lights, because it's right there in front of people's faces, like कोई ना कोई दिख ही रहा है कहीं ना कहीं, किसी के साथ अभी दिख गया तो कभी किसी के साथ कोई दिख गया, तो दे मेक अप स्टोरीज,
Right.
बट डजंट मेक इट ऑल रियल. ये हो सकता है किसी की बनाई हुई कहानी भी हो.
We have talked a lot about it. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for being in the show and sharing your experiences.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.